Hey everybody, my name is Selvin Thumlaville. I'm also starting a new venture called Independence Through Strength. I am a personal trainer and exercise physiologist. And this is going to be a short little, about like 15-20 minute video telling you what I'm all about. That's as you can see from the title, how strength training helps with your independence. And ways that you can get to working with me if that's something you'd be interested in. Let's see, what I'm going to cover for this is obstacles that could affect your independence. And these are mostly physical things. I'm not talking about anything financial or anything like that. That can be for somebody else. Another one could be how strength training can solve some of these obstacles. Again, some, not all. And then I'll show you my 90-day framework, Independence Through Strength, and how that can help you. So first things first, this is not a financial page. There are plenty of better people out there than me when it comes to talking about that stuff. And see, this is also not for anyone who wants a quick fix for their health. This is a program that's dependent on you doing the work. So that also leads to the third point, which is anyone who wants the work done for them. And see, for the fourth one, it's people not willing to invest in themselves or who are willing to make a change. And unfortunately, the fifth one is I had to know where my lane is and where my lines are. So this is also not for people who have a terminal disease that's out of my scope or better off in the hands of, let's say, another supervised professional, or supervised by a professional, I should say. So who this is for is people who want to take their health and their lives into their own hands. And that also includes being willing to invest in themselves and willing to do the work. And this is also for people who want to live their lives with less pain, less weakness. And yet again, that's another aspect of taking health in their own hands. And also people who don't want to end up in long-term care or who are also afraid of becoming a burden to their kids or their grandkids, depending on what your living situation is. So first, here's just a little blurb about me. My name is Selvin Thumlaville. Let's see, my name is Selvin Thumlaville. I'm a personal trainer, also exercise physiologist. And see, I started off working in a neuropsychology clinic at Rhode Island Hospital. And that was actually my original goal, was to be a neuropsychologist, but then, obviously it was pretty difficult to get into those things. And I also found that I did get to learn a lot about how they diagnose, mild cognitive impairment, Alzheimer's, dementia, some of those things. Or I should say onset Alzheimer's. You can't really diagnose Alzheimer's until after they're dead. But I also found that very little could be done for someone after a diagnosis. And then fast forward a few years later, I ended up going to University of Rhode Island for exercise science. Worked as a personal trainer and exercise physiologist. So then, while this online coaching boom kind of started in 2020, so I got to ask myself, is there a way I could combine these two fields? And is there a way I can combine psychology, cognitive science, neuroscience, in with the exercise training? And I also saw many people close to me regress in old age. And was there a better way to help them change better, or age better? So here's a little hint of why I'm doing this, and that's my grandpa next to me. I got to see him last year in India. So I saw a lot of people close to me who regressed at old age, some at different rates than others. And then, is there a rate or a better way to help them age better? And see, different outcomes also depend on what you do before reaching that. And see, another story involved with him. Unfortunately, he ended up falling sometime last year. But fortunately, with him, he was a very strong guy, so he only needed a few pins for his hip, whereas some other people could end up breaking their hip and then having a much worse outcome after that. But we are going to get into that as this channel goes on. And I've helped people like this before. Maybe I could reach out to more people using the online space and use being able to market myself online as a way to reach them and be able to make a bigger impact on more people. Let's see, so the next part, and this is just some basic things that you can find, and these are just obstacles that can impair your ability to stay independent, and that's difficulty doing your daily activities. You know, especially when you're out of the house, and this is a good reason why older couples downsize, because once their kids are out of the house, just some cases their house just gets too big to maintain on their own. And see, there's also a difficulty in doing your daily activities. And another one that's pretty important is being able to go up and down stairs. And this is something I do put a premium on for my exercise program. And see, the fourth one is just getting tired easier and just having less energy overall to do the things you want to do. And this is the most important point of this presentation / YouTube video. And that's building muscle is going to be your secret weapon when it comes to aging well. Now see, I do so yeah, we'll go into the next point, which is the benefits of more muscle mass. And muscle mass has been found to be a predictor of longevity. Now this is not just how long you live. It's also important to know it's how well you live, because you could live up to, let's say, 89, but you spend 5 of those years in and out of hospitals, you know, in long-term care, a bunch of surgeries, and you spend 5 of those years. It's not really the quality of life that you want. And see, the second point is stronger bones, and stronger bones, that's just going to be what carries you across or just and see, let me just start over. So with stronger bones, osteopenia, osteoporosis, I go over those in the next slide. But then bone loss can also be accelerated as you age. And see, the third point reduces chances of developing dementia. Now, the brain is a vascular organ, meaning that it does need oxygen. So being able to provide it with more oxygen is also a really important thing. And strength training is also important for rewiring the brain so that your brain adapts to different movement patterns. And then that can be a protective measure against cognitive impairment and dementia. And you have better heart health and also reducing chronic pain. And chronic pain, that's something that flexibility is good for, as well as being able to carry large amounts of load. Now we get to 2 important diseases that unfortunately are common with old age, and that's sarcopenia and osteopenia. Now sarcopenia is a large loss of muscle. It's also the Greek word for a loss of flesh. And see, with that, it just becomes harder to do everything with, you know, between being able to walk, being able to carry stuff, you know, just different independent activities that you have to do in your daily life. Then there's osteopenia, which is loss of bone, and this is muscles, or not muscles, with bones getting thinner and more bone tissue being lost as you age. And osteoporosis is also a disease with porous bones, and this could lead to fractures more easily. I mean, had my grandpa had this with his hip, that probably would have resulted in a much worse outcome for him, but fortunately he didn't. And these are some little things that definitely become a lot easier once you get stronger. And one of the biggest examples is getting up off a chair, and especially off a floor. And going up and down stairs easier. Then you get a better balance when you're fixing something, like especially if you have to go on a ladder and let's say like change a bulb or anything. And those things get easier. And as I mentioned before, carrying things is very important as you go on. Then walking faster and also better. And falling just becomes a minor inconvenience instead of a whole-scale medical emergency. So what I want you to do if you're watching this is take a minute and then see what's one thing on that list that I gave you that annoys you that you would like to solve if you're interested in this program, or if you're interested in just working with me or just as a whole. So I'll just give you a minute for that. Alright, well now that that's done, why it's important to start now. Now muscle mass does decrease about 3 to 8% per a decade of life, and that does get bigger after you reach the age of 60. And especially with women in menopause, risk of bone fractures also gets a lot higher. And that's one of the topics that is going to be covered on this channel, so stay tuned for that. And physical activity does or has been shown to improve memory. So this is so now that you heard some of the things that could happen with old age, here's my framework, independence through strength, and here's how I plan on solving it or how I'm planning on helping you solve it. And that's focusing on building strength for everyday life. And one important thing that's part of it is reteaching movement patterns, as well as movements you may have lost throughout life. And I'll give you a very quick example. When's the last time you ever had to walk backwards? When's the last time you ever had to sidestep something? Or when's the last time you had to step over something from the side? So these are little things that it's easy to forget until you can't do them anymore. And not only that, I also feature a different type of brain training that you can get that combines being able to think and being able to move at the same time. And this is not a one-size-fits-all framework. Don't get me wrong, there is still like some structure to it, but we do meet you where you are. And this is what your opportunity is. Let's see, the opportunity is that you could go ahead and get on the ground floor with my framework, and as I become more popular, hopefully. I would be able to charge more, but right now this is your opportunity to learn from me, and this is also your opportunity to enjoy your favorite summer activities more. And this, whether or not it's chasing around your grandkids or being able to hike, being able to play a sport that's outdoor. Many of those are things that I think would be to your benefit if you could get stronger. This is also your opportunity to live out a better quality of life. And as I've said before, everything's easier once you're stronger. And this is also your opportunity to avoid any of those preventable ailments that I talked about earlier in this video. So these are things you can have, and that's to avoid long-term health concerns. It's easier to do the activities that you want to do. Also avoiding becoming a burden to your children, and avoiding long-term care. And hence the reason independence through strength, or hence the name. So what I invite you to do is to book a free 15-minute assessment. This is very low pressure. All I want you to do is, if you want to sign up for this, all there is just figuring out where you are, what your goals are, and decide if we're a good fit for each other, because I might not be the best person for you just because you found this video. And that's also vice versa. Like, there might be some things that, you know, whether or not you have a genetic condition or something that's out of my scope. And either way, you know, it's just something to determine if we're a good fit for each other. And also a bonus guide that comes with booking a call. This is let's see, this is going to be a easy gym guide that I wrote in January. And see why I'm choosing to do a you know, like a call instead of you know, just sending you to like a form or something. First you have to know that or first I have to know who I'm working with, and then you have to know that I'm not just some AI person, or I'm not some damn ass Indian scammer, which I did not realize how much of a detriment that was going to be for me. Anyway, with all that said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.